My name is Matt Stump. I am less formal than those who come before me. I'm the Irish twin of your incoming president. When Kelly asked me if I uh, wanted to introduce her, my first question was, "Do I get to roast you?" And she said, "No, you don't." My next question was, "Do I have to wear a suit?" And yes, I have to wear a suit. Um, but I took the opportunity, especially when I found out that I get to follow my good friend Farshad here. What an incredible, incredible person. Um, and I know Kelly loves him so much. We have become such great friends. But then I started to think, how do I actually introduce my sister? Um, and I thought, well, I'll just take a few minutes to send some embarrassing pics out to the audience. Um, but the reality is, you probably already know her. She introduces herself to everyone. Her hand is always extended. She's one of the kindest people you'll ever meet in your entire life. She is intelligent and energetic, and she's so much fun. $100 says that you'll meet her if you have not already. But uniquely positioned as I am, having been, well, I guess we're 13 months apart, I thought I would just kind of go through a few fun stories. You see, we went to, elementary school together, middle school together, high school, college. We went to the same college. We went to the same law school, and we worked together for about a decade before she decided to go and start her own practice. So I know a little bit about her, and I know a lot about her energy. Um, Fun story, when we were in college, she was a tried-out at the University of Oklahoma, the greatest university in the history of the world. And she was hanging out in a sorority house one day, and so the story goes, from all of her friends, and the door rings, the ding dong, and she, of course, is the first person to the door, like, who is that? Who is it? And there are two women that are at the door, and they introduce themselves, and they work for a company called Red Bull, which at the time, nobody really knew what that was. By the way, um, you know who doesn't need Red Bull? My sister. Um, but she answers the door, and she gets to talking, and these two women are trying to find a campus rep, and someone to drive the car around with the giant can on top. And they were talking to her, and she finds out that one of them is from the University of Texas, and one of them is from the Kansas State University, and they're just shooting the what. And someone mentions that it's very windy, and she says, "Well, you know why it's windy here in Oklahoma, don't you? Because Texas sucks and Kansas blows." So she was immediately hired, and she quickly rose to the top of that group. And then soon thereafter, an opening came, and I was hired to join her, which was an absolute blast. So for 2 years, we introduced an addictive sugary substance to the state of Oklahoma. But it after a little while, we had to grow up, and so we had to go to law school. And I think we just kind of knew it was going to happen. And she went before me. I followed shortly thereafter. Another fun story is her first semester of law school. Essentially, she gets pulled into the dean's office, and the dean says, "Ms. Stump, you are entirely too social for this environment." And she says, "That's probably true. That said, hold my Red Bull, watch this." Come to find out, at the end of the semester, she was 15th in her class at that point, and was awarded a merit scholarship. So she's able to hold it down. She's a very dynamic person with a ton of range, and can do so much. But so anyway, we went to law school, had a ton of fun. We lived together, which was wild. But after law school, it was time to become a lawyer, and we've always been a part of AILA, even since we were little kids. My father over here is the 2013 president of the American Immigration Lawyers Association, and yes, Mr. Doug Stump. And no, I have no intentions of running myself. I think it stops with Kelly. But so let's see. Yeah, Kelly's really kind of, how do you say it? She's been drinking the Kool-Aid for a while. And while I love the AILA Kool-Aid, I don't really love it as much as she does. But she's climbed the ladder fast, furthering AILA's mission, mentoring hundreds of baby lawyers, all while genuinely having an absolute blast doing it. She has served on countless committees. I really have no idea how many she's been on. She's spoken at countless conferences. She was the AILA Annual Conference Chair in 2019. She's a former Texas chapter chair, 2014. She has volunteered with the local chapter and AILA National since she started almost 20 years ago. And I think that someone told me that she is about to become the youngest lawyer to become the president of AILA, which is an incredible feat. But to be honest, her hard work and her passion has earned her that role. So her passion is contagious. I see her constantly recruiting other members to volunteer, me included, to donate our unpaid time to help others and just have an absolute blast in the process. Ask her and she will tell you that her number one hobby in the world is AILA. This is what she truly loves. Again, at home, Kelli runs her own law practice, focusing primarily on family-based immigration and deportation defense. If you run into anybody in Oklahoma City, first of all, they're going to know her. Second, they'll tell you she's the one to call if a case has any underlying crimmigration issues. She's such a nerd. She loves to argue, is methamphetamine really a methamphetamine? But how a gun is not a firearm, I think she argued once, but that's her jam. She loves it. So I know she's my sister and I'm biased, but I sincerely believe that we're all in for a treat next year with Kelli as president. She's compassionate, she listens, she's inviting, and she's loyal. But she can also be the scariest person in the room. I'm super excited to introduce you to your new AILA president, my sister, Kelli Stump.
Thank you, Farshad and Matt. Matt is not just my brother, he has also been my best friend for 42 years. And Farshad has become a chosen brother because of our involvement in this organization. He's become family. In fact, many of you sitting in here today, I consider family. As Matt said, he and I have been a part of the AILA family since almost birth. We were practically born into it. You see, my father's been an immigration attorney since 1983, and he's also been very active in AILA. His AILA buddies would visit us on lake weekends, and then after Matt and I were old enough to be trusted in public, we were allowed to tag along to AILA conferences, many of them being the Texas chapter fall conferences held every year. Though, to be honest, I'm not sure Texas chapter conferences are where one should learn what could be trusted in public means. My very first AILA National Conference was in my favorite city in the United States. This city, Chicago, in June of 2000. It was the summer between my freshman and sophomore college years, and I came with one goal: to shop. Have you been to Michigan Avenue yet? No, seriously, I know you are here for CLE, but if you need some retail therapy, head up to Michigan Avenue. And they have a bar in their Nordstrom. Back at that Chicago conference in 2000, I got to go to the AILA Saturday night party, and I had a ton of fun. Thinking back, that may have been a pivotal point in my life where I really wanted to be a lawyer. At the time, I was still on the I'm going to be a news reporter track, but looking around and seeing all of these people having so much fun together in a room who are competitors, that just really resonated with me. And as Matt said, I've always been a really social person. But never in a million years did I think that I would one day become president of this organization. So how freaking cool is it that not only am I standing before you today as your new president, but I'm doing it in that same city, this city, that I was in 24 years ago. And trust me, y'all are still fun. But as we know, being an immigration lawyer is rarely smooth sailing. Our work is hard. And I have this scary feeling that it's about to get a lot harder. We are on the brink of a critical election. Let's be honest, neither choice looks great. I don't know a single immigration attorney who has been satisfied with what we've seen over the last 3 years, or more with what we've not seen. We all continue to leap hurdle after hurdle in our daily practices to help our clients, yet there's no finish line in sight. But have you seen the immigration plan if the other guy gets elected? You know, the felon. I'm scared. I know you are scared. So we can be scared together. This is why I can't say and can't be more serious when I say, in the face of a divisive and challenging political landscape, it is more important for us to come together as one community, one force against this Trump administration. So we got to unite this AILA community now more than ever. Looking into this audience, I am filled with pride and admiration for the diversity and unity I already see present in this room. We have immigration lawyers and paralegals from different backgrounds, law practices, and some of us specialize in family-based immigration, others in employment-based immigration, deportation defense, and nonprofit work. And bless your hearts, some of you even went to the University of Texas. Yet, despite our differences in our practices, we are all here today as one AILA. I look into this room and I see my family, those by blood who are here to cheer me on, my step parents. I have several because my father took on marriage as a hobby. My dearest friends in the world who thought that this was so special, they insisted on being here to witness for themselves how amazing this organization is. And then so many of you who have become my family over the years because of this organization. This organization, AILA, it's a family. And like most families, there are times we may seem a bit dysfunctional. There are fights. We are sometimes really mean to each other. Feelings get hurt, and there is always someone too drunk at the dinner table. But also, we laugh together. We make inappropriate jokes with really dark humor. I mean, what other organization can get a giggle when we talk about how our clients telling us that their client has this rare, incurable disease, and we're like, heck yes, we can win with that. That's weird. We take care of each other, pick up the slack for each other when someone can't pull their weight, and support each other in times of need. I can't think of another organization whose members help out competitors, bouncing wild legal theories off one another, answering complex questions, and even advising on how to open a competing law practice. But we do, because we're AILA. If you're a member and you haven't felt this yet, I promise it's here. Your people are here. Your passion is here. Your family is here. Look around. Find your people. Find your passion. It's here. Because that's what's going to get us through the tough days. And just like my family at home, if someone tries to mess with one of us, they better come to be prepared to mess with all 17,000 of us. Because we are a family and family protects each other. That sense of community, that sense of unity, those are principles that are foundational not only to our professional lives, but also to the very essence of human dignity and social harmony. Just like our country, which thrives on diversity and inclusivity, AILA is at its strongest when we can embrace our differences and present as a unified front. We aren't always going to get it perfect or right. We may stumble along the way, but for now, I'm asking that we all just meet each other with some grace and assume good intentions. We must set aside our individual interests and agendas and focus on the greater good that we can achieve together so we can be the best advocates for our clients. In our field, we encounter individuals from diverse backgrounds, each carrying their own unique stories and struggles. As immigration lawyers, we do more than interpret legal text. We act as bridges between disparate worlds, advocating for understanding amid divisive rhetoric and challenges. The nature of our work, that positions us uniquely at the front line of societal shifts and cultural exchanges. We see firsthand the challenges faced by those who move not just across borders, but also across cultural and social lines. It is here that our commitment to unity is most crucial so we can serve as the best advocates for our clients. When times are tough, when the discourse becomes divisive, and this is going to happen, it is our duty to remember that we are here for our clients. Every case we handle is a life, a family, a dream. And the enemy, well, he's trying to take that life, separate that family, and crush that dream. Embracing our differences, fostering belonging, and building a strong sense of community are essential for our clients. There is strength, a force. We cannot afford to let our differences tear us apart. Our strength lies in our unity and our shared mission to serve and protect our clients. The employers who desperately need workers, the spouses who just want to stay together, the families who want to build a life together, and the individuals that dream of becoming United States citizens. So if we're not united to defend our clients, who saves them? Together, we can weather any storm, overcome any challenge, and make a lasting impact on the lives of those we serve. So let's continue to build bridges, not just among the laws and those they affect, but also amongst our amazing community. We have a long road ahead, but I am certain we can make a better difference and create a better future for our clients and our country. And we can have fun doing it. Thank you for your dedication to this noble cause and for your relentless pursuit of justice. I'm so proud to call AILA my family.